You could walk around at 174 and you're just a solid dude. But if you work out like they do, Spence walks around the same weight. He's almost 5'10". So like, how much bigger are they, like, outside of the ring? If we don't count the height, how much really bigger is Spence than Bud? If they carry themselves around the same weight. Bowman said Bud walk around about like 168 to 170 something. That's easy. That's still a lean man. And Bud is not. He's the more lean man anyway. He looks skinny compared to a lot of the muscular fighters and stuff. All right, especially compared, somebody, like the Kell Brook and Spence. They're just a lot more muscular, so it looks different because of his stature. But in reality, they not that much different. I can tell you, at 5'8", 174, I was a solid man. 180, 185, I was hub. I got big old chest. My arms are bigger, noticeably bigger than 175. That 5 or 10 pounds extra looked like, you could tell I was working out a lot. Big time. But come on, man, 175 at 5'8", I just look like a healthy, solid dude. Y'all can't keep saying like Spence, Spence is not that much bigger than Bud. Stop, knock it off. The height, he's taller than him. I'll give him that. And he's more, I can't even say he's more muscular because their physiques are just different. Spence just has a more pronounced muscles, I guess, if that's how you say it. He just has more, a bigger physique. Okay, but just because he has, some people, you ever been to school, been around them niggas in the hood, them niggas in the neighborhood, that just, they whole family just buff for no reason. Everybody got big calves, big old biceps. Them niggas look like they do push-ups all day, and niggas don't work out. Niggas just hoop, or they might be dope. They might sell dope. Niggas don't even work out or nothing. Niggas just hella hub. Some niggas are just like that. And then some people is just more thinner, but still hella muscular, hella strong. Bud is one of them. Spence is probably, my physique is probably more like Spence. Okay, back in the day, I ain't gonna bullshit. I'm talking about back in the day, all right? But we got to get out of that Spence too big. He wasn't too big for Porter. It was a dog fight until, I think, it just had popped up. It just popped up. I watched it, the whole fight right now. The 9th round is when Spence really started to land a lot more clearer punches. I think he was getting, that left was getting in, and that right hook, like clearly from the ninth on. And then the 11th round when he got that, is when he got that knockdown. But for these guys saying Spence he didn't break every opponent, bruh. He didn't. He didn't break Porter. He dropped him, and Porter came right back at him. If his legs was a little bit shorter, he might have almost touched the ground. Wouldn't even been counted as a knockdown. But, bro, you touch the ground, that's a knockdown. We give him that. He did that. He caught him with that left. Bam. Caught his ass. I seen him. He was landing it a lot since the 9th round. That's what I was talking about. And then in 11, he finally caught him slipping. Boom. Found that opening and got his ass. But for y'all to say, like, Spence is not Superman, man. That might be y'all Superman. But he ain't Superman. And I'm a big fan of him. Just because you lump somebody up, don't mean that you broke them or you broke their will to fight. Okay, he lumped up. He gave Mikey the business. Mikey was clearly too small to be up in there with Spence. He couldn't do nothing with Spence. He had his couple little moments, like literally maybe a minute throughout the fight. Mikey looked good. Spence dogged him, but he didn't break him. When you break somebody's will to fight, You do what Kell Brook did. You take a knee. You do like Hector Garcia did against Tank. You go to the corner, you don't come back out. That's breaking him. Ugas wasn't even, you didn't break his will to fight. You broke his face. So they stopped the fight. He would have still been in there fighting, or at least trying to. So just because you beat up somebody's face don't mean that you broke him. You're not breaking everybody. Sean Porter was clearly the smaller. Sean Porter like 5'6". Spence is almost 5'10". Come on, man. Mikey, I don't know, you're going to keep talking about Mike. Danny Garcia was a little bit better competition, but Spence got the best of him. Spence got the best of him. And some people faces just, especially the lighter skinned brothers, man. if you're getting touched up, it's gonna show. It's gonna show, man. So yeah, I mean, that's I rock with Danny too, man. But Spence touched him up, so it was clear. You seen all that evidence. You seen the evidence after the fight, but you didn't break him. You didn't break his will to fight. You didn't break his will to fight. And I don't think he had any, he didn't break his face. Of course, everybody if you're taking punishment to the body all night and you don't give up and you just keep taking it, and you just keep taking that, something gonna end up breaking. You're gonna have some fractured ribs. That's just come with boxing. Especially if you just standing there in front of somebody like Spence that's gonna tear your ass up. You just sitting there like a punching bag, he gonna eat you up. And that's when you, what do you see fighters training? When they training on the heavy bag, they sitting down on the punches, right? They training to sit on the punches on the heavy bag. If you just sitting in front of him with the high guard or curled up on the defense, you're just a freaking punching bag. And you're going to feel the most powerful punches because he's really sitting on them. I was just watching the Porter fight. When he's engaged, when you're engaging with him, it's not the same. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying the punches ain't powerful. They're not as stunning powerful as if you're just curled up or just on the defense and just letting him have his way with you. And he could really, really sit on the punches. All right. So everybody talking about, man, I'm just trying to, a couple of things I done heard the past few days, man. It's hilarious. Y'all be saying. Bud Emotional